most of my life. I have a car, 2 kids, and a wife. I'll probably be here for the rest of my life. I'm living on the island. When summer comes and winter falls, the island ladies go to shopping malls. Take daddy's credit card, charge it all. They're living on an island. Oh, we're living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm just basking in the sun.
Hey, Anthony, give me a vodka. Is that your Camaro? It's gorgeous.
You know, I went to high school with Billy Joel.
I go to Hamptons on Friday night. I party hard till the sunshine bright. Then I'm sitting in traffic on Sunday night. I'm living on an island. Yeah, living on Long Island. Ah, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. Am I hurting anyone? Ah, let's live.
Hey there, Islanders. If you're going out to the beach, you better get an early start. Traffic is miserable.
Well, I'm coming of age, you know, that cage, trying to get down in Levittown, dancing in the dark and...
And now here are your hosts,
And now here are your
Nancy
hosts.
and Benny. How
I'm
you doing?
Nancy.
Welcome back to the Gagootz Show.
He's Benny. He's Nancy. I'm Benny. No. Hey, everybody. Hello out there in television land and to everybody. And this time I remembered your names. I memorized them. Michelle, Deanna, Tantiana, Sue Ann, and Carlos in London, England.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Fans in London.
5 fans from London, England. And I probably will never remember it again unless I write it down.
Oh, that's cool.
So I just want to make sure I gave a shout out and said hello to you.
Are they
guys.
awake right now watching?
I don't really know what the time difference is. I know they watch the reruns,
Okay,
the
yeah.
replays. That I do know.
That's very good. So anyway, we haven't been here for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Easter. It's been, we had Easter. We had a lot of things going on for you. I didn't really do much.
No, he never does. But no, I did a lot. As I do. So I went to the Patchwork Theater, and they had a fundraiser for the Chamber of Commerce at the Patchwork Theater, and the headliners for that show was Joey Cola and Julia Scotti and Chris Roach and Andy Pitts. And so I sat down with my girlfriend in the theater. We were the second row in the middle. I wanted to be able to see them. And then somebody says, Mrs. Rizzuti? And I'm like, okay. And then I see somebody go behind the curtain on stage, and they psst, psst, psst. So they brought me backstage into the green room, which I have to say, the green room.
There's a picture right here.
There's the picture. There I am with my girlfriend, Kathy. They brought me back there because the last time I saw Julia Scotti, we didn't have the opportunity to get pictures at the Riverhead Theater. So she wanted to make sure that we got pictures. So there we are with the guys. And as you can see, her biggest fan, and we love each other. So, I mean, that was a thrill to me because she is such an incredible comedian. And shout out to Julia and everybody out there. No, Julia won't be on our show unless we get Skype, and that's not going to happen.
We don't Skype.
Because she lives in Jersey. But everybody else will be on the show at the end of the summer.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm sorry I missed that show. I know, but guess where I was?
Where were you?
I was here, Paradise Studio, Friday night open mic. One of the best open mics. It's really a great open mic because it's basically comedians, but then you have people who do written word, who stuff they've written, and musicians.
So
it's
they
cool
do the
to have
comedy and
all together.
all together.
So like whoever comes in, so maybe 4 comics. And then someone who plays keyboard, plays piano.
Oh, that's nice.
Really
a variety show.
A variety open mic.
A variety. All right. So Friday
And
nights, variety open mic. We'll put it out there. Paradise Studios in Massachusetts.
Come, doors open at 6:30.
Doors open
and
at
then
6:30.
At 9 o'clock. There I am. There's Alfredo
Gagootz.
Yeah, I've been doing Alfredo because doing regular stand-up for me, I needed something different. And I was reading, I was reading, but the stuff that I read is like kind of violent. It's not boring.
Yeah, it's boring.
It's
Well, it is
violent.
to me. Violent.
Yeah, the vampire stuff. I've been reading.
Oh, he's reading from his novel.
Yeah, from my novel, not the poetry.
Oh, and he got written up for the poet. Not written up. I'm saying like you got a ticket.
No, yeah, I got a ticket
Got a
for
ticket for poetry.
Yeah, a citation.
Citation.
Don't do verse on this neighborhood anymore.
So no, but what was that? That was
A poem that is in I forget the name of the book that it's published in a collection. My poem is called "Bullies Cry the Loudest."
Right. We really got to get a copy of that.
Yes, I will.
Should
And
I'll
I'll try to find the name of it later of the book and tell you,
and it's in
because I have to look it
bookstores,
up.
right?
Well, it's at the Dog-Eared Bard's bookshop in East Northport, where James and Jillian, his wife, have been on the show twice.
Oh, that's right.
Both she published a bunch of horror stories.
We should have come
Collection.
back.
I would love to have them. October.
Come back.
I'm going to talk to them about October.
I don't think we have anything.
Yeah, I told you to keep October.
Oh yes, I did.
I told you to keep all of October.
Yeah, I did.
Nancy does the booking, and I told her, just till June. We're into 2027, I think.
No, we're not quite that far. No,
but Nancy's just booking everybody ahead. But I said leave October, because if you watch the show, and I've been doing this for a long time, I'll always like October for a Halloween type of.
Yeah, he does a Halloween.
And one of we actually have guests tonight.
Yes, we do. We have 2 guests this evening. Unfortunately, those people that are waiting to see Bailey, right?
Okay,
we're gonna mention it because I advertised it.
Bailey Dreyer,
who
she's going to come on eventually.
Right.
She had a kidney stone problem and has been in and out of the emergency room
for a couple of days.
For a few days, yeah. So she's now home. They have her on the right meds. So she won't be here.
But I'm going to rebook her.
But Bailey was saying hi.
Yeah,
hi. Hope
saying
you
hi. Feel better, sweetheart.
Feel better. I'll be over with some medication after the show.
Yeah. So
go along with that show.
So anyway, I called up our very good friend that we know for many years, Joey Petroni. And if you don't know who Joey Petroni is, well, then shame on you, because he's got 2 podcasts. He's a stand-up comedian. He's a magician. He's a musician. He's a ventriloquist. He's been all over. He goes to every hockey game, this and that. He's all over social media, and he is with us this evening. And we have Rob White.
For the first time.
First time. I'll take
Go ahead.
Time.
Yeah, she'll take this.
So Rob, who is a headlining comedian, and I met him at a show, and I asked him if he'd come on, and he said yes. He's a headlining comedian. He also is a professional tattoo artist, and he has his own business on Long Island. And like all the comedians go to him that I know anyway. But
we're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out everything.
So great.
All right.
Okay.
We've got a great show.
We got a great show.
We're going to go to a commercial of our sponsor, who Nancy happens to be wearing our sponsor's jewelry.
I'm wearing the jewelry. See, Bobby,
so
close up on jewelry. Can we get a close up? No. Bobby,
and then we'll be back with our first guest.
We'll be back with our first guest. Bye.
Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery. Keys Love Jewelry, stainless steel jewelry for men and women at affordable pricing, guaranteed to never tarnish or turn. And Keys Cutlery, a cut above the rest, specializing in hunting, camping, fantasy, everyday use, and self-defense equipment for your personal safety. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery are both located inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. That's inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. Check their websites out at keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. That's keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. Got a question? Give them a call. 631-379-1781. That's 631-379-1781. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery.
All right.
I'll make it happen.
Okay.
And we're back with
All
our
right.
special guest. What's his name?
Rob White.
You know who I am.
I know
This
who you
guy. How are you guys doing?
We're doing fantastic. How are you
Nice. I'm
doing?
hanging in there, hanging in.
You know, he's the
You're
best
looking-
dressed comedian out there.
I'm
I love
trying.
that.
I try to
No.
look like some old time relic that's you know,
Yeah.
like
No.
a throwback to the old Borscht Belt vaudeville days, I guess, right? But I like it.
I love it. I love it.
Thank
Me
you very
too.
much.
Me
Every
too.
single time I see him.
Whenever I go to an open mic, I'm depressed at how they're dressed. I come home, I'm depressed
Oh
because
yeah.
I've back in the 80s when people were doing comedy, they dressed like they were at an audition.
Right. And
You
you
dress.
should.
And
mean,
you know,
you know,
so I respect you for
the question always comes up, well, why are you wearing this suit? I'm like, well, why do you wear a suit to a wedding and a funeral? You're there to show respect, right? So it doesn't always have to be when someone dies or gets married. You know, sometimes you're like, I really enjoy this place, this club, these people, whatever it is. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm going to the park for the day, I'm not wearing a tuxedo with tails or anything. But you know,
Not going to the beach in this suit.
yeah.
Listen, so Nancy and I are sitting at a show here, and ladies and gentlemen, Rob White, and you come out dressed like that, and right away you already won our
Attention.
Oh,
our
well, thank
attention
you,
and
guys.
our affection.
Which
So
one
good.
was this at? This was at
Any of them.
No, I'm just.
Oh,
I'm,
I thought it was an
I'm
actual
giving you a
show that you saw.
hypothetical
Oh,
that
oh, yeah,
if
yeah,
you
no,
came
of
out on
course.
stage dressed like
Yeah.
this,
Well, thank
the
you.
the way Nancy and I are with right away, you've gained our attention and our
Just-
respect.
You're
at
just a
any case.
little bit above what the audience is, so that you show us, oh, you work here, you know. So that's what it's good, and I love it. Although I'll tell you, working at Governor's and wearing the suit, everyone thinks I'm security. They keep handing me the tickets. Can I go outside and smoke? I'm like, smoke whatever you want. I don't work here.
I love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
It's good. Thank you, guys.
Oh, very
Oh
welcome.
yeah, no.
Well, you know, it brings back, you know, Jack Benny always wore a suit. And
Yeah.
Bob Greenberg wears a suit all the time. There
yeah,
are some
Bob Hope.
Bob
Yeah,
Hope
I'm a
always
big
wore
Bob
suit.
Hope fan.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, all those
Chris
performers
Monty.
came out.
Chris
Yeah,
Monty
Chris
always wears a
impeccably
suit.
He
dressed.
wears a suit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Class,
Yeah, I like that.
class
It's
acts.
just you're
Yeah.
there to entertain and look like. I don't want
Well,
to get mistaken for the guy that was washing dishes 2 minutes earlier. Although I've been there, I've done that.
But
Beard
it's
and
different
all.
now.
Yeah,
It's different. than
it's
this.
everyone's got their own.
Everyone's
niche
got
they
their
fill,
own
You
thing.
know,
Got their own thing.
yeah.
Tell me about the tattoo because I'm that.
Right. That's going to throw everyone off because I'm a tattoo artist for over I'm 30 years now. So I've been doing it since I was 13 years old. And I started as a child. My dad owns a series of shops on the island out here, Cliff's Tattoo. And then I went from doing that as a kid to now I'm an adult and me and my wife own our own shop. And and I don't look like I do it, which is what's so much more fun to go on stage and not look like your tattoo. And
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, I go on social media, and then of course, you know, like Terry was on the other day, and I was
Terry McNeely,
listening to him and everything, and you know, you're doing it, and he's cracking jokes and everything. I'm like, I guess it doesn't really hurt too
Yeah,
bad.
that's a podcast that you
it's
have,
a little
right?
pain, but not too crazy. Yeah. So what I started doing was to do to tattoo people and to interview them at the same time. Stand-up comics and comics from the island. So sort of like this, except I'd be tattooing you, which seems crazy, but it somehow it works, and it's been fun, you know. People are like, I want to come on the show. I'm like, you have to get tattooed. It's a weird dynamic. Imagine, you know.
Can you do like a little like rose?
Yeah, you can do anything.
I
A
may
little
do
tiny
it.
rose.
Guys.
All right, well, look.
All right,
Hold
I
hold
won't be,
her
but
to
I'll
that.
watch. I'll come and watch.
No, it's not
So,
for everyone.
and the name
It's
of the
fun.
show?
Well, the shop is the Black Duck Tattoo. That's the shop. But the name of the show is my website. We'll keep it PC. It's Who the F is Rob White.
It's who the fuck is Rob White?
Oh,
and
you
I
can say it?
freaking love
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You can say it then.
Yeah,
Fine.
Yeah, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I love it.
It's my website. It's my show. It's just one of those things because one of the first comedy shows I did, there was a host who was having a meltdown moment because there were so many new comics and he didn't know, and he's like, I don't even know who these people are. Like who is this guy and who the fuck is Rob White? And I was standing right behind him, and the booker was like, he's right behind you. And he turned around like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I go, no, you having a moment, that's fine, you know. But it was just funny to say, you know, who the fuck is Rob? Who am I? Website, write that down. That'll be my website.
Idea, though, that you got it from that, because I think it sticks though when you see it. Because when I first saw it, I'm like, that is so cool.
Yeah, just
because you're gonna remember it.
Yeah, just try to be memorable, and you know, I have. It's funny though because I have to have two. They both go to the same thing, but one is robwhitecomedy.com, and the other one is who the fuck is Rob White? Because you know, some bookers, you're like, oh, what's your website? Like,
yeah,
Rob White Comedy. Oh, okay. Nobody's upset, you know.
Right. You know, that is definitely a better thing to
sometimes
do.
a booker might want. It's like, oh, I got a clean gig. No, I can't.
Right. You can play both sides of the aisle, and you know, yeah.
So, do you have any shows that are coming up soon?
Tomorrow is at Rocky Point, La Bonita. It's a random restaurant show. So, yeah, there's always something coming up there. I got it all listed out, and I don't remember until the day of. I'm like, oh, shoot, where am I going? I'm gonna get there, you know.
So anyway, you've been doing tattooing for 30 years.
Yeah.
So over there, when did you start comedy?
I started comedy in my 20s. I think I was like 25, 2005 when I first started. But I only did it for 5 years, and then I was done. I let the bookers and the club owners at the time really get in my head, because it's not easy. No. You know, a lot of these bookers will, you know, they'll put you in positions and hey, here's $5 and you know, have a free soda, and you're like, what? I just drove all the way to the end of the island or whatever. And so I left. I got out of it, and then the bug gets you, you know. And I had to. And John Butera, who I know, was just like, hey, you want to do a show? And I was like, I'll do one. I'll do one show, and it's like drugs. The that high you get from going on stage doesn't go away. So there you are, back again. Never ends.
John's a good guy.
Yeah,
I saw you I saw you at one of John's shows in the summer. That was the first time I saw you.
Okay. Yeah, didn't you come out to? What was the little place in Patchogue?
In Patchogue, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
It was a little random.
And I saw you, and we had never met before, but we were Facebook friends.
Right.
Yeah. So then you went up, and you were refreshing because
thank you.
Some of the people up and coming aren't, you know.
You have to. I mean,
and then you came up, and you had me.
Oh yeah,
you got high level of energy. I'm always
you have that high energy, yeah.
And then I get off stage, and everyone's like, "Oh, you gonna die? Are you okay? Are you having a heart attack?" I'm like, "No, it's just coffee.
You're quick. You just keep going. It's like, whoa, okay."
Now, do you write a lot of new material?
I try to work as hard as I can. So I try to write every day. It's not happening every day because, you know, it's how do you be? But I keep my little pad on me all the time, which should be in here. It is. And you always write down the little, this joke. Oh, circuses. Okay, circus. And then later on, I'll write it down at night. And once a week, I go to the same open mic and I try out, 7 minutes of premises, ideas. Hopefully I can fill 7 minutes within a week, and then just filter it through. You
were at Rodney's, used to be Dangerfield's.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun to get out there. That was it was one of those places that I never got to do in my 20s. A lot of guys got to do Dangerfield's Comedy Club, and they tell me stories. Terry was telling me about it, and I was like, that's not fair. And then when they rechanged it to Rodney's, I was just in the right place at the right time, and I got to host that show. So I was like, cool. All right, good.
Was Evan involved with that one?
That's how it was. Yeah, exactly. Dude, okay, so I was doing a show hosting for him at the Greenwich Village Comedy Club, and he got the phone call, and Evan's like, "Hello, how you doing? I'm Evan." And I know, okay, I'm gonna get a show together. I'm like, you know who hosts that show? Me. And he's like, yeah, we'll see. I'm like, no. And every day I was like, I'm hosting that show. And then one of his friends later on, after we did the Greenwich Village Comedy Club, was like, this is the best host you've ever had, Evan. And I'm like, oh my God, that's why I'm going to host at Rodney's. And I did. So that was
I heard it was very successful.
Yeah, it's a good new place, or a good old new place. So yeah.
No, it's coming to a lot of people are going there now.
I know.
Yeah. But
it's still the same stage.
It is,
well, from what they were saying, they took the rug off. Because, I mean, the rug was 1,000 years old, and it's just the same wooden stage that, I mean, all the people that had been on that, Sam Kinison and Eddie Murphy and Seinfeld and, all the greats, including Rodney himself. So the floorboards. That's
And you were
It's
standing on that stage.
I like history. I love
That's
that kind of.
amazing.
I feel like you can absorb something out of it, and wandering around in the basement trying to find where Rodney used to do drugs and stuff. Rodney, where's your stash?
Joey Cola had some great stories about Rodney.
Joey's great. Yeah.
He was one that Rodney just lit up a joint right at the bar.
I heard those stories like
and
that. Right?
A cop said, Rodney, you got to put that out. He said, fuck you, baby. This is my club. And then he said, Rodney, I'm going to arrest you. Go ahead, baby. I could use the publicity. And Joey tells the story much better, but
that's got to be.
But he's
classic.
not in.
Wow.
He told that story, and that's like a great story and I've heard stories about Rodney.
It's your place. Why can't you? I mean, and now it's crazy. Everyone's just smoking weed everywhere now. It's insane.
Well, it's legal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just
in the city, you walk around the city now, you can smell it everywhere.
What's crazy is I smoke cigars, so I'll light a cigar, and people will be smoking weed, and they'll yell at me. But can you put that out? Can you put that out? I'm like, why put this out? I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm a criminal now,
No, because there's some with that crazy weed that smells worse than a cigar.
Weed,
Oh yeah, the weed. Well, it smells like a skunk. I don't know. Everyone's like, no, it's all in your head. You're crazy. It smells
cigar,
great.
Cigar smoke, it's a distinct. Yeah. And if you're not used to a cigar,
you'll hate it. Sure.
And I was bartending back when you could smoke in the bars.
Right.
And I had a little bar that we would cram like 80 people into this bar in Fire Island. And this guy would come in. His name was Whitey, if you remember.
I remember Whitey.
He would light up cigars. He was the only one.
Yeah.
And then there's a little room with air conditioning, windows are closed.
Yeah, it's gross.
And he smoked. And then I remember one time he was like for 2 hours. And then finally he's not smoking. And my boss said, hey, Whitey, you got another cigar? And he said, no, I'm all out. My boss sarcastically went, oh, son of a bitch. And I started laughing because he was like, the place was horrible. We would die, and we would.
It's hard to smoke inside with him. I'll give you that because my dad did that when I was a kid.
Yeah,
we were driving in the car. He had old classic Chevys. He'd be smoking his cigar, and I'm like, I'm gonna die in here. I'm gonna die.
No,
that was the good old days, man.
Windows rolled up,
Smoke everywhere. Smoke in the movie theaters, restaurants, everywhere.
Oh. We found a bar in Pennsylvania that you could still smoke in. I was up there with Terry McNeely and Joe Winchell doing a show in Pennsylvania. There's a place called Sparky's, and we walked in, and it was like 1987 in there, and everyone was just smoking cigarettes. And they both light up cigarettes. And I'm a cigar guy, and I'm like, they're never going to let me. And I see an old guy in the corner, and I'm like, you could smoke in here? He's like, you can smoke whatever you want in here. I was like, oh, this is amazing. I lit my cigar. I'm walking around like, this is great. But yeah, the next morning.
Well, there are cigar bars that you can go to, right?
A lot of them are like cigar lounges, and they don't. You have to bring your own alcohol. And I'm like, the last thing I want to do is bring a bottle of whiskey and then drive home with a half a bottle of whiskey on the. Where am I going to put it? The front seat belted in. I mean, where am I supposed to put this thing?
The trunk.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, hold that thought. We're going to bring up our next guest.
Okay.
We don't really have anything to show. We could show the same commercial we just showed. No, we just bring them up.
Just bring them up.
Come on up, Joey.
And
Joey
now,
Petroni.
Joey Petroni. Let's hear it for Joey.
Hey, how you doing, man?
You hear them over there, baby?
What's up, sir?
How
are you?
Good to see you. How you doing?
Can you hear them clapping?
Oh, yeah.
They're clapping
Great to be
in
here,
London.
great to be here.
All the way from London, they're clapping. Yeah.
All the way from London.
I have 5 fans in London.
Do you really?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm like, I have a fan.
That's awesome.
In London, England.
Yeah, that's a random spot because it's got to come on at nighttime, right?
Yeah, I have no idea. I've never even asked
there
them.
was
differences. Yeah.
There was a woman from Australia. She used to call the drunk housewives from Australia, and they used to watch shows that were on Governors.
Okay.
Right.
When we were doing the game show and stuff at
Yeah,
Governors. Yeah. The Drunken Housewives of Australia or something.
I kind of remember that. Put up, shut, stand up, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, you were on that show.
Yeah, I remember them tuning in.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that show?
Was that who was that again? Is it Don?
Don.
Still. Yeah. Okay.
Don and me.
That was the show. But it's put up, stand up, shut up. That's still on though. But it's not a game show.
No, now he does other stuff. He does Donversations.
Okay, yeah, that's because I've seen the title, but I didn't see the game show.
He hasn't gotten around to taking that off yet.
Right.
So
well, he might bring it back.
Yeah.
He might. I don't know if
a lot of
Alfredo
fun.
might not be.
Oh,
on
come
it.
on.
No, maybe a
That
guest.
That was
spot.
awesome.
Are you retiring? What is this?
No, never.
Unbelievable.
No, but we were doing it on Saturday nights.
Right.
So it was Don was the host, and he had things together, and then I was the announcer, and then I would come out as Alfredo Gagootz, and we would do a segment called Squash the Gagootz. It was 3-minute roast battle with me and the two contestants who were up against one another.
Yeah,
So-
it was funny. That's how
so I was-
Mandy Jones won the contest. That's how she
Right.
got her.
And I
Basically, how she
wrote
got
some
her
of my
start.
best insults about Mandy Jones.
Yeah.
It was,
And she's such a sweetheart.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's great.
Oh my gosh, she's.
But I
adorable.
used, at first I was using some stock insults, but then I'm like, I got to write new,
Right.
and I was coming up with new stuff. And one with Mandy was, I told her, I said, you don't have enough meat on you to make a hot pocket. Which
because she's a twig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I was near that. No way. Look at me.
No, not me
I could
either.
None of us
I could
are.
make an
except
roast.
No.
my lovely wife.
No, that's not. Well, okay. I was gonna say
Take-
no, that's not true, but because like everybody can see,
You look beautiful. Doesn't she
Ravishing.
look lovely?
Just
Ravishing.
ravishing. Oh, thank you so much, Joe.
So anyway, Joey's here now. Joey, tell us a little bit. What are you up to? You're a DJ. You're a circus performer. You're
no, but
you're a
seriously,
juggler. You're
he's done when I used to do fundraisers.
yes.
Joey did the fundraiser DJ for me when I did over at Lamonaco's the restaurant over there, retired
Retirement
bus
parties.
drivers and Joey. Matter
Joey
of fact,
was-
one of my biggest things was Joey recorded me doing a Star Wars joke that we play every single what is Star Wars thing, May 4th.
Yeah.
Oh, May the
We
4th,
play, yeah. I do a joke. It's
Right.
like my only joke,
Right.
and I do it I walk around and do it, and I play it every single May 4th.
So I was a cameraman too. I was a
Yes,
cameraman.
that's
Behind the
right.
scenes cameraman. That was
That's
a lot
right.
of fun.
Someone said earlier you did ventriloquist. too?
Ventriloquist.
I did not know that.
I was a
I did not
ventriloquist.
know that.
Do you still do that? What the
Not as much. No, actually, in stand up, no.
No, just with the dummy.
I use the ventriloquist puppet a lot when I'm doing kids parties. Or,
Oh, all
you know,
right.
doing a ACLD party, which is like adults, children with learning disabilities.
Yeah.
It's just an extra thing to get them laughing,
And
dancing, laughing.
do you also work at do you still work there at
Camp Anchor.
yeah.
Camp
Is
Anchor is going to have a big production coming up, and I'm the sound guy.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's coming up. I'll give you.
So
the
tell
dates.
us, what is this place?
What's that?
Camp
Camp Anchor. It's,
Camp Anchor.
Yeah, it's a summer camp for, I guess, people, adults with disabilities.
Adults with disabilities.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
DJ their
Yeah.
parties. I do their, I do all their entertainment.
And do you still work at the school?
I still work at Carmen Road School in Massapequa Park.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not that far from here.
Yeah.
Yep, I've been working there, believe it or not, 30 years.
30 years.
30 years. is
1994.
wow.
So we're both
1994.
30 years in.
I used to be a driver for that school.
Oh, yeah?
And what do you do there at the school?
I'm a nurse's assistant, basically. I take care of stuff nobody else wants to take care of. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, we will.
But no,
Well,
I'm a male who lifts big dudes, big guys
Yeah,
all
yeah,
day.
put
They
them
need
through the
some
Wow,
muscle.
that's good.
They need some muscle.
yeah.
It's a school.
Yeah.
That's
It's a great school,
Yeah.
great staff. The kids are awesome. You do anything for them, and the bonus is you get paid for it.
Yeah.
It's one big family over there. It's always been.
That's great.
With everything he does,
And
he
30
that's
years.
That's his regular
That's my
job.
regular
Your
job.
regular job, and then you do all of your
I do
DJ.
I do all the other stuff on the side.
And you work at the radio station.
I work at WGBB.
Yep.
how do you sleep at all?
I know,
What's
I
going
know.
on
It's-
around
Yeah, you have
I
to-
know, isn't it amazing?
Well, I hate talking about myself. I could tell you that I forget what I did Friday, but Saturday I had to work Saturday night. Sunday I did a TV show at my house. What's today?
Today's
Monday night.
Tuesday.
It's like-
He
He doesn't even know what day it is.
Today's Tuesday.
Yesterday I did WGBB, and today I came here. I'm so grateful. I want to tell you guys, and Rob, you too. Thank you for letting me come in here with
No,
GB.
no, come on. This is great.
Yeah, because you guys, all three of you guys, saved me about $300 tonight.
Oh, we did.
Well, you're welcome.
You all three. So each one of you saved me $100 tonight.
Well, you're very
because I'm
welcome.
addicted to ice hockey. And tonight the Islanders are playing the Rangers, and I was about to throw in the towel. I was watching ticket prices all day. I was gonna get 2 tickets, and something else popped up, which I love as well. It's so thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Did you
You're welcome.
Did you like
And Nicole, you're
VCR the
welcome.
game or TiVo the game?
Oh, well,
So you're
yeah, they're winning 2-0 right now.
Oh, you're
so
paying
it's
attention.
all
All right,
good.
yeah, you
It's
got
all
the
good.
score
It's
going.
not that I have to be there. I guess I can't sit still. I love ice hockey. I love doing this. So thank you. You saved me
You're
from-
welcome.
You saved me from
That makes sense.
But you go to a lot. You go to
Because
a
of
lot
all
of
the-
concerts.
And
Yes. I love concerts.
and
I love
who
rock
did you
roll.
just have on the show on your?
I had Motley Crue's number one on the East Coast Motley Crue tribute band, Crucified. And they were
I watched
awesome.
that
They
show.
were- did you watch it? It was
Yes,
awesome.
I did.
I just introduced them on stage on Saturday night at the Smithtown Performance Arts Center.
Yes, you did.
And that was great. That was a little bit of a backfire on me, but it was awesome. The introduction, everything was great, but I was supposed to throw out T-shirts that night.
Oh.
And I got a case of T-shirts that I left at my friend's house in his garage. And the day before, I went to pick up the T-shirts, and there was like a hole bitten into it. Like, and my wife's like, they have like mice problems or rat problems. I don't know. And they got in there, and the shirts were fine, but there was like little feces and stuff in the box.
Oh,
So I was
yeah.
shaking them out in the kitchen. Boy, I was like, "Yeah, the kitchen, take it." So little things are bouncing on the kitchen table. Little,
Oh,
Oh
she must have loved
Black
that.
rice.
it was disgusting. But anyway, I took them outside. I shook them all out, and I was debating all day whether or not I had them out in the sun to bring them. I couldn't wash them. I didn't have time to wash them.
No, you didn't.
So I left the case home, and so I was supposed to give it. So I just introduced the band. I was supposed to be throwing out T-shirts. And the other thing, maybe you guys know, I'm looking for a T-shirt gun. You ever see a T-shirt gun? You put the T-shirt in the gun and you shoot them out.
Yeah.
I'm looking to get one. I don't know if you guys have any connections at all.
No.
Ask Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby's got all the connections.
Because
For
I just got the okay yesterday. The program manager told me that they'll pay for it. I just need to get a receipt for a T-shirt. Like they have them at the Coliseum. You ever
Did you
seen
look
them?
at on?
Yeah,
Did you look at
Not yet. I
Amazon?
didn't look them up yet.
And the Ducks, don't the Ducks
They
at the Ducks games
Yeah.
they shoot?
No, we go to
Yeah,
the
and
Ducks
they-
games
they
all the
have,
time.
Just be a man. Wing it with your arm. Come
Yeah,
on.
but when you're throwing out 200 T-shirts, you really.
Yeah, you
throw
know
your
what
arm out of
it's
its
like.
socket.
Now
I was
you know
doing it, but
a
no,
picture.
without a T-shirt,
round
without a
and round.
T-shirt gun. Okay, I'll tell you from
Okay.
experience. I go out, I'm throwing them underhand. You can't hit. There's a balcony at this place.
Oh,
You can't hit
right.
the balcony. If you have a T-shirt gun, you could do you shoot it up and it goes
Up
up like
there, and
yeah.
it will go
And
to
those
the
are the people that
balcony.
need a free T-shirt the most, too, because they're in nosebleeds. So
Right,
we
they
gotta give
feel
them a
bad for
T-shirt.
them.
But you know,
Guy up front.
Definitely.
there's been some tragedies with people trying to get a T-shirt and falling over.
Yes.
God, could you imagine?
Well, you know
Worst way to go.
what I've done. I've done when the band was playing. Sometimes I'd actually go around the back and go up into the balcony and just like go,
Hand them
Real
out.
quick.
Yeah,
you
that's the way to do it.
yeah. So,
Yeah,
you're right
that's
though.
the
It's
safest
dangerous. 'Cause
Yeah.
people will kill themselves for a T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
You know what I almost did Saturday? I almost did. I had old T-shirts. You ever go to like concerts and you get like in the parking lot $10 for Kiss T-shirts?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I had
Always.
tons of them. So I was gonna wrap them up with rubber bands because it was a T-shirt giveaway. Never said it was WGBB T-shirts. So I was gonna
Right.
throw out all my old rock shirts.
Yeah.
But this girl Stacy Price I was working with, she said absolutely not. You're not throwing out. You're not throwing out
We got holes in them and
Yeah.
sweat marks. Yeah, it's warning.
Yeah.
Ronnie James Dio from Nassau Coliseum, 1986. I mean,
You could sell those. That's killer.
Yeah.
A Dio shirt from '86.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What do you think I'd get
Don't
for
throw
the
those away.
original?
No,
What would I get for the original Terry McNeely and George Gallo T-shirt? I got
Oh,
that.
you got one?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, from the Road Rage tour.
Uh-huh.
Those?
Rage.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
see, it's gonna
That's
be
funny.
worth money someday.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot.
We did
a lot of
money.
T-shirts.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. I have all mine are all never worn. Anything from anything that I've ever seen Joplin, they've
I-
never been worn.
I have the
Joplin?
best T-shirt.
From
Janis
the,
Grateful
Joplin
Dead.
shirts that are
What
not
Janis? You don't
Grateful
have a
Dead.
Janis.
Yes, I do.
worn?
Where?
wow.
in my drawer. In the
Original
big- in the
Janis?
original from Woodstock.
Nice.
Yeah, I've
No.
got 4 or 5 Woods. They're not all Janice. I've never shown it to you because why would I bother? You know, I mean, it's faded, but you can still see what it says.
Yeah.
I'll show you when we get home. You don't believe me.
And you're talking.
I didn't say it.
I love
Did
this
I?
I
too.
Even,
can
I love
see
you
you
guys.
don't believe
did
me.
I even say anything?
It's in the drawer, on the bottom with all the T-shirts. And all the time, every place you go, you bring me home a T-shirt. I say I don't wear T-shirts. but you bring them anyway.
You guys read each other's minds. How long has it been? that you're
32
married?
years.
Yeah, it's what
32
happens. So
years.
start reading
32
minds.
years. 32 years, April 20th.
Nice.
Which is
Yeah,
also
I was stoned that day.
marijuana pot day.
Oh
You
yeah.
guys are
Yeah.
a perfect match, though. Come
Yeah,
on.
marijuana
You're
pot
perfect.
day. So you
All
know,
right,
I'm
anyway.
going to be. Excuse me, I'm going to talk about me 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Las Vegas for our anniversary
Nice.
without him, and my 72nd birthday without him. I'm going with my girlfriend Kathy and meeting my niece there.
Nice.
10 days in Las Vegas.
That's
I'm
awesome.
gonna miss you.
Yeah, what are
I
you gonna
know,
do,
you
right?
get-
You got plans,
Got-
right?
I'm sure he does.
I'm just gonna stay home.
Yeah, watch
be a
porno.
nice-
Eat a TV dinner.
Eat a TV dinner. and
Watching
not go.
porno.
What are you kidding me? I got tickets for a concert already. I got-
He'll
You
be out every night.
I'm going to see. I'm looking forward to this movie, and it's coming out the week she's going away.
Yeah.
Abigail. It's about a little 11-year-old girl or 10-year-old girl
Oh.
who's a she's a
Let's go.
will you stop? Let me talk.
All right.
She's a ballerina vampire.
Oh, okay. Well, the vampire. part came
Ballerina
in.
vampire.
Saved you.
Right away, you're all thinking dirty thoughts. Oh, no. They kidnapped this little girl. It's in the trail.
She's a
Kidnapped
vampire?
this little girl, and they're in a safe house, and they're kidnapped her for the ransom money. And she turns around to them and says, "I'm sorry for what's going to happen to you." And then she turns into a friggin' vampire, and she likes ballet, so she dances around and decapitates them, and dances around with their decapitated body.
What's on YouTube?
That went completely different than.
Then what you thought it was going to be like
No
Lolita,
idea.
right?
Did not know it was an
You
end with
thought it was
vampires.
you thought it was going to be like Lolita, like I'm going to be.
Ballet vampires was not where I thought.
Yeah, she's real. I mean, she really does
I-
ballet. It's
I like
hilarious.
horror and science
Yeah,
fiction.
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
a
yeah,
big
no,
fan.
Of course, that's good stuff.
You know?
yeah.
And it's not a comedy; it's a serious.
Right.
Oh no, it's a comedy. I could just see them in Hollywood saying, "Listen,
You could.
we're going to do this vampire. A 10-year-old girl turns into a vampire, decapitates people, but it's a comedy. We're doing it for laughs."
No, it's
Come on.
not a comedy.
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh,
All
so I don't
right.
know him that well.
She reads your mind, but she doesn't get your humor. I get it. It's an interesting dynamic.
What's with
32
you and
They don't think I'm funny.
vampires?
How
So,
am I-
you have vampire novels?
I wrote a vampire
Right.
novel
So you
that
have a
you
lot-
and I
Yes, we did. it
we
here
read. Yeah,
on
it's
Halloween.
called
All right.
Last of the Fang-Toothed Bastards. And
love
it's
that.
about
I
a
love that
vampire.
title.
It's about
Yeah.
a vampire hunter who has been alive for over 300 years, and he hates vampires. He hates the romanticism of vampires, and he just wants to kill the last fang-toothed bastard,
Yeah.
and then hopefully he can die as well
All right.
because he's immortal.
Oh, as I say, he's been around for 300 years. That'll
He's
be
been around, but he's not a
pretty
vampire.
cranky.
He created a serum to cure vampirism, but he used the blood of a vampire. So what it did was it gave him longevity,
Ah,
but he
nice.
doesn't need to drink blood.
Right.
But he kills vampires.
So anybody out there, producer that wants to make
All right.
this movie,
Okay, anyway, I didn't want to make this all about me.
yeah, well, you did.
No, it was not me, right? Oh, they're not gonna go against you.
No, but did you write this before or after you met Nancy?
As
While you,
I actually,
what inspired you to write it?
I had the idea. All right, now I had the idea before I met Nancy.
Okay.
Okay, before I met Nancy, so she didn't bring the evil out.
Okay.
So a friend of mine who was a stand-up comedian we used to share an apartment together.
Right.
And we were both. I was on the road bartending. He was on the road. He was a real traveling comic all over the country. He said to me, "You got to watch this movie." I think it was Fright Night or so. You got to watch this vampire movie. It's really good because we always recommend books and movies. I watched this movie and I'm like, son of a bitch, this is another Dracula.
Right.
You know,
Right,
it's another type of drag. There were all these vampires
They're all the same.
at that time. They were all the same, including the Lost Boys. All,
Yeah,
I'm like, right. So it's around that time, and I'm like, it's another. I said, imagine if I was a vampire hunter, and I was alive for some reason. I was alive for a few centuries. I would hate the vampires. I would just want to kill the last of the fang-toothed bastards, and that's where I
Get it over with.
And that's where. And then some of the story wrote itself. It was the story. I always wanted to be a writer. This was a story that was in my head. Some of the characters wrote themselves. Some of them, but it took a while for me to.
That's cool.
I wrote a good story, but I didn't like the way I told it.
Right.
So
And you redid it recently. Then you.
I redid it, and we did a reading here.
Right.
But I want to say one more thing, and then bring it all about it, everyone else.
Yeah,
You're talking about T-shirts. We got time. We got yeah. She always acts like I'm the one.
No, this is
really
awesome,
good
man.
conversation.
All right, listen.
This is fun.
This is
All right,
awesome.
listen. We're talking about rock and roll T-shirts,
Yes.
and I said that I had the best T-shirt ever,
Can I answer
and
it?
then somebody interrupted me,
Can I guess?
and now, yeah, go ahead.
Grateful Dead.
Nope, you're not even close. You want to guess?
Well, I'm shocked that was a nope.
No, and I'll give you a hint. I bought it in London.
Oh, Queen.
I won the WBAB contest to go to the Freddie Mercury tribute concert.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it was the winter before I met my wife,
Okay.
because I would have taken her and had a ball.
Right.
I wound up taking someone that
Right.
I regretted.
Right.
Like, this person didn't even like concerts. I
Right.
thought they did. So anyway, I went to the Freddie Mercury tribute concert. So I bought one of the T-shirts at Wembley Stadium with Freddie holding the mic and everything, and there's the ribbon, right? Yeah. And then we had a bus. They had everything was planned for us. With a group of people who won from all over the country, and even people who won in Europe and stuff. We were all on the bus. Find out that the Hard Rock Cafe had limited edition Freddie Mercury tribute with Hard Rock Cafe on the back, and one of the Queen album covers where a person is juggling planets. You know, that's a Queen album cover. Yeah. I have that T-shirt, and I have the two Freddie Mercury tribute T-shirts that are like 35 years old now.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
We
And,
will see
yeah.
how much we can get for that.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll pay for my trip.
All right.
Back to that again.
I said Kiss T-shirts. You said Janis Joplin. You're saying Freddie Mercury. What do you got?
Oh, the best concert T-shirt that I have. I don't have anything that great.
Oh, really?
Oh, you know, I did find years ago randomly. It was a Green Day T-shirt.
That's cool.
From when they were performing at like a college upstate New York.
Okay.
So it was just
that's
like one of
cool.
these shirts where it was like, you know, back when it was like a nobody band.
Right,
And
right.
I thought that was the coolest thing. I don't know where it went,
that's
but
really
yeah.
cool.
That's
I
probably
have
worth money.
Yeah.
wherever it went, you know, it was like one of those like one color print on a green shirt, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I don't have any great concert T-shirt collection,
You're
sadly.
gonna have to start thinking about it now.
I'll tell you how you keep your T-shirts. You put them in a bin in the attic away from your wife.
Well, mine is away from him.
Yeah,
Mine's
mine
in a
are
drawer
away.
in plastic.
She has no idea. I have some on hangers.
Okay.
Because I do have Grateful Dead T-shirts.
Right.
I have like 3 of them. Jerry Garcia. I have Frank Zappa. I'm a big Frank Zappa fan. So
We
I
have
buy
a
them.
portrait of him in our den.
Yeah, instead of having a picture of our son,
Disturbing, huh? Just his
Instead of-
mustache and all.
instead of a picture of our son, we have a picture of Frank
I'll
Zappa.
send it to you. Show you what it looks like. I'll
But
send you-
above the mantle, like, oh, there he is.
My son bought it for
yeah, so
Yeah,
so-
we had to
It's
hang
even
it up.
better. Frank's
Being a
cool.
tattoo artist, you get
Yeah,
like Zeppelin. You get people getting.
Oh, a lot of
The
people
Who,
come in
right?
and they get
Yeah,
their
what-
band tattoos, but
Yeah.
it's always funny because like I'm some bands I just don't like. I'm very critical, and I'll tell people when I'm doing it. Like, you know, one can get an AC/DC tattoo, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
AC/DC sounds like a cat caught in a bug zapper. And it does. Like, it's repetitive. Hey, if you like them, that's fine. I'm like, oh, you know.
So yeah, so
Some band tattoos, I'm just like, oh, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, I mean, I don't have one band that I could say is the greatest of all time, but I could understand a Rolling Stones tattoo.
Yes.
You know, I can
Oh, yeah,
understand
with the
a
tongue, right?
Beatles
You're talking
tattoo.
about the
yeah,
tongue?
the lips. Oh, yeah, the lip, the tongue coming out. Right? Yeah,
See, I would like
Right.
that on my leg.
Or John Lennon's face, like you ever see that?
the Lennon portraits,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
ones that he did.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some of those I understand. I come with like a Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm like, ah,
yeah.
that band doesn't.
So you
like,
get a lot of bands though for tattoo. What would you
like
say
people
is
come in
like
for stuff
something?
that?
something
I mean,
people want tattooed the most?
I always feel like out of everything that's ever been tattooed, roses are like the one thing that's forever.
Yeah.
Forever. And anyone can get a rose and it wouldn't matter. You know, you can think about it. If your grandmother had a rose tattoo, you'd be like, all right, that's fine. Your granddaughter has a rose tattoo.
My mom has
no
one.
problem.
My mom.
Your dad can get one, your uncle get one.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, you know. You can do it in color, black and gray, real, whatever.
That's what I want.
So
Obviously
you want a rose now?
are
Well,
solid.
because this way, if I'm, I don't know how I'm going to die, but I'm going to die eventually. That would be because since I have fake teeth, we can't go
What if
by
you
that
don't- what if you
for
don't die?
identification.
You just live for vampires.
So I have my
So you know
rose,
that's you.
Yeah.
right, so they would know it's me.
Right.
There
Yeah.
you go. That's what it would have to be.
Oh, roses are classic.
And my
Roses.
mother.
How about
loved
Grateful Dead
roses.
with the roses? Do
A
you get
lot of
that
Grateful
one?
Dead had tattoos come in. Yeah, a lot of people get the what is it, the little dancing teddy bear
Yes.
guy.
Oh, the
Yeah,
bear,
that was a
yeah.
big popular one.
See, I don't like the bear.
the
I
one-
like
the
the
one-
skull and roses.
Really?
Yeah,
Because
the
I
rose
bought you a
head.
T-shirt with the bear and a hat with
I
the
love
bear.
that.
The truth
No, I
comes
love
out.
that, but
the
you
truth
also
comes out.
you also got me skull and roses.
Yeah, the rose
Yeah,
head. thing.
yeah.
Yeah, you got. I like skull and roses. I like
Okay.
the bear that you got me is cute because it's a pullover sweatshirt,
And
right?
it's all the bears together.
And it's the
with
bears
colors.
dancing
Right.
to
Yeah, the dancing
Fire
bear,
on
yeah.
the Mountain.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's Fire on the Mountain. So it's no, I love that.
I mean, I had to look for that online. It wasn't easy to find.
Yeah, no.
I had to do like 2 hours worth of shopping online.
Yeah,
for that
shopping
one.
nowadays is really rough.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Yeah.
exhausted.
Your fingers, you know.
Oh
what
my
you gonna
god,
do?
they were like,
Your nail almost fell
I
off.
would-
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
I saw Willie Nelson this year, and I bought. I
see
have
Willie.
I have a Willie Nelson T-shirt, and I have Willie Nelson roll me up and smoke me when I die.
I got the Willie Nelson hat, and I bought the one because it had the pot leaf on it. Now, I don't really smoke because it gets me paranoid, but I just thought
Thank
if you're
you.
going to get
Me
one,
too.
so it's a.
Yes.
I love it, but I don't want to be having a chest pains and I'm dying inside. But I thought if I'm going to buy a Willie, hat, it's got to be the one with the pot leaf, just because it was at that time. It was a couple of years back, maybe like 7 years ago. At that time, it was like, oh my god, nobody's putting out marijuana merchandise that's in country music. Now it's like everybody's smoking weed.
Now,
in
do you
public,
know where that hat is?
Oh yeah. I still
Okay.
wear that hat. It's nice
You
and
still-
worn in. Yeah.
Good,
That's a good.
'cause
My mowing the lawn hat. I'll put that on. And feel like
Now,
it's good.
how about Betty Boop tattoos?
Oh yeah,
You
she's
get-
a
Yeah.
classic. She's
Yeah.
a classic. Betty Boop is amazing.
I'll pay
because if
for it.
I don't want a tattoo. I'm not a tattoo guy.
They're good for you. They give you they put lead in your pencil. It's,
My son has Yankees.
Our son Ryan has, and he's got big arms like this. He's got the NY logo, right? The Yankee logo within the colors of the Italian flag.
That's
Because
extremely
But the
popular.
white disappeared.
Yeah, over time it'll definitely fade out.
Can it be redone?
You can, but it's kind of one of those things where it's just like white's not a very dominant color.
Right.
Yellow, same thing, kind of fades a
But
little bit. But you're white, so it's there. It's like it's
Yeah.
in your DNA.
yeah,
or
so it
something,
looks
you
it
know?
looks good.
It's
It's a really nice tattoo.
Yeah.
That it's
And the
got.
Yankees are doing really good right now.
What does that have to do with it?
I had a
The
friend.
Yankees. I'm a Mets fan. What is
You're a
this?
Mets fan?
I'm so sorry.
It's your Mets thing. Oh, you're a Mets fan. All right, good.
I had a friend who wanted to get a squirrel tattooed on his leg on this side
Oh, right.
and running down his leg on this side with a nut in his
yeah.
mouth.
The old nut run away with the nuts.
Nancy.
I like that.
Yeah, no, I had a Ranger. I've got a friend that's got a Ranger thing here. It looks really cool. I was
Yeah,
thinking
the
about
old
maybe
New
an
York
Islander symbol
Rangers.
someday.
You don't have any tattoos?
I have no
Sports-
tattoos.
No
No.
way.
No. He's not like his dad will be mad at him.
Yeah.
They were just
Do you have
talking about it
tattoos?
on the ride over here.
No.
No, my
Dad
dad.
doesn't have any either.
He was kind of shocked. I don't have any tattoos. I never got tattoos.
I look like I don't have any, which is amazing. I love
You-
that. I think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
great. I'm covered. Like
yeah.
my legs are
You-
done, my
yeah.
upper arm. Yeah, it's
Oh,
great.
you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, well,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
a
but
tattoo guy.
But I look
so-
like I'm ready to host the late night show.
Who did your first tattoo? Your dad?
My dad. Yeah,
Who
my
did
dad
your-
tattooed the top of my foot and did an old school nautical star.
Oh,
It's like
cool.
the Macy's star almost. It was
Yeah.
the green and black instead of red and black. But yeah.
Oh,
So you're
wow.
like the
Cool.
illustrated man.
Underneath it all, yeah. Eventually, I'll be covered in this.
Are you
It's,
familiar with that? The
Oh
illustrated
yeah, that
man?
movie came out in
Yeah, but it's,
'70s, but it's
the book is
yeah.
better. The book
Right,
is
right,
better.
right.
Are you
It's,
familiar with it? You want me to
You
tell
know, I don't want to hear it.
you?
I can tell you a tattoo story
Burns them.
that happened to me. And I went with a friend who's 2 years older than me. He was dating my sister at the time. So we went to a tattoo place with all the tattoos up on the wall. And
Right.
he walked in, he knew exactly what he wanted. It was a tiger with a shield, like the Coors Light tiger with the shield kind of thing.
Right.
Oh yeah.
He knew what he wanted. I'm looking at thousands of tattoos, and I was like 16 or 17. And the guy who, like, respectfully, the guy said to me, he's like, "You don't know what you want. You're gonna be back in tomorrow morning. You'll be in here with your mother saying, get this off my kid's arm.'
Yeah.
Unless you knew what you wanted, you're just getting it because he's telling you to get it.
Right.
So I was on the verge of getting a tattoo. To this day, that friend of mine still says,
If you ever want to do it,
I left him hanging. He's pissed off that he got the tattoo.
Yeah.
if you ever
good
want to
memory.
do it, I'll go with you. We'll go
Oh,
get
we're
it.
making trips.
I'd
out
like
of
to get a
this
tribute to my mom.
field
somewhere.
trip.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's why I want to do the rose for my mom.
Yeah, my mom had a rose.
Mm,
Every rose has a story.
want to do? Yeah, exactly.
Axl
That's
Rose,
yeah,
Axl Rose.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah,
go
so-
together. Does your wife do the tattoo?
Yeah, she tattoos as well.
Yeah.
So we can get it
it's a
done at the
family
same
affair.
time.
My dad, my sisters both tried. Yeah, my wife tattoos full time. Yeah, she's
That's
a
awesome.
trooper. She
That's
deals
awesome.
with
When
me.
I come back from Las Vegas,
All right.
I don't want to get it when I'm going.
Yeah, get drunk in Vegas, come home with a
Yeah.
tattoo.
I have a friend who's I have two
That
daughters.
almost happened.
My friend has two daughters. I have two daughters. And he has his daughters' names on here. So it'll be like, it'd say Grace and Sarah. Like the guys come to pick your daughter up. All right, guys.
That's what we got.
But I think that time's passed. I think that's something you do when they're young.
Yeah.
Well, you just took your youngest one to college. I watched the whole video
Yeah.
and play. I was
Yeah, I
crying.
got three
through the
kids,
whole
an
thing.
electrician.
Oh,
And two girls. I got one in Massapequa High School and one that's in Cortland College.
Yeah. Oh
so
my
you gotta
God! It
drop
was
them
a whole
off and
thing.
everything?
Yeah, picking them up.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going down 3 minutes
I
here.
hate that shit. When it's over.
Yeah, having a good conversation. I was ready to go get some coffee.
Well, you
and
come over
cookies.
to our barbecue party we have in the summer.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
you
man.
know,
Yeah.
and we have our.
My
favorite
wife Nicole
ingredients.
loves Nancy Rizzuti and Benny. She loves you guys. So
Hi Nicole. Hi, I know she's watching. You better be watching.
Yeah. Hi, Nicole.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this later.
You'll
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I'm gonna listen to myself talking about myself in the future. Weird.
So anyway, listen, both of you, what do you have coming up?
well, I'm DJing a lot. Coming up, I'm doing. It doesn't really matter. I'm doing One Tour Little League's opening day parade on Saturday, and then Saturday night I'm doing a 70s disco party at the Freeport Yacht Club.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm doing a lot of music stuff, a lot of stuff that involves music. I love stand-up comedy, and when I can, I do it. And I'm looking forward to getting back into that
Okay.
as the summer
Good.
comes. As the summer
And he'll be
comes.
DJing at my party.
Nice. You're gonna make them work at the party.
We'll do karaoke.
Oh,
karaoke.
come on, of all the
No,
things.
we're not doing karaoke.
Oh, why not? We had when I had, well, this is years ago. We had Terry and Gallo do what was it, anniversary party for
It was like a reunion for her friends.
thank you.
Because
My brain was like
they did, and we had them come out. We
high
had
school reunion.
we
And
had
they
a
did,
DJ.
and we did comedy in the backyard.
At
Oh,
your
that's
house.
fun.
Very nice.
That's a blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those two
it
guys
was
are
really
awesome.
funny. It was
Very
really
cool.
fun. It was a lot of fun. My friends loved it.
Yeah.
What's Rob White got coming up, Rob?
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm at La Bonita in Rocky Point. I don't know what that's going to be. It's like
La
a
Bonita.
Mexican restaurant of some sort. A lot of those I got. But also got the 20th. Talking about McNeely, so I figured I'd put that out there. Yeah, Terry McNeely's birthday show is on the 20th. So that's at McGuire's
He's gonna
Comedy
be
Club.
52.
Yeah,
We
he's
have the
going to
same
be.
birthday.
He's still alive. It's weird every year. I'm like, it
I
hasn't
don't
taken
know
you
how he
yet.
does
No.
it.
But yeah.
Terry, happy birthday,
Happy
Terry.
birthday,
Terry.
Terry.
McNeely, yeah. McGuire's 20th. He'll have his
I know.
whole show there. So, yeah.
Read
Right.
your PMs because they sent you a whole thing and messaging and everything. So read them. Because we have the same birthday. I wanted to be there. I said, I'm
Oh,
sorry
yeah.
I'm going to be in
Oh,
Las
no way.
Vegas.
Oh.
That's right. Yep. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be there. He knows I would be. He's gone through so much.
And we're doing we're still gonna have a Gagootz show without Nancy.
Yeah, that should be boring. No,
It's gonna be a boring. I'm gonna be very sad.
No, it's
the
going to
whole
be
time.
done. And,
Don Sill will be my co-host,
Nice.
and we will have
and Greg Gregorius.
Greg Criticos. What?
Gregorius?
Greg Criticos.
Greg the Greek.
Criticos.
And
Greg the Greek. Thank you.
yes, Greg the Greek. And what? Courtney Ortera.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
Courtney.
but go on Rob White. Who the hell is Rob White? And Rob
the
White. Who the fuck is Rob White? And Rob White Comedy and Joey Petroni. He's on Facebook and Instagram.
Do you have a website?
Just Facebook.
Yeah, if you
join
need a
Detroit on Facebook.
DJ,
All right, cool.
you know, if you need or a comedian
Or a tattoo artist.
or a
Yeah, we got
tattoo
everything.
tattoo artist right here on Long Island.
One-stop
It's-
shop.
it's talk-
Black
it's talk-
Duck?
The Black Duck.
The Black
The Black
Duck.
Duck.
The Black
Selden.
Duck.
in Selden.
And where? In Selden?
In
Yep.
Selden. Oh, that's
Very
right.
cool.
In Selden, and we're gone.
All right. Anyway,
Well,
thank you all for
thanks,
watching.
guys.
Take care. Thanks
Bye.
for
Tell
watching.
you all
Bye.
about my trip in May.
Yep.
Because
See
I-
you.
All right, buddy.
I'll see you in
Bye.
2 weeks.
Dun, dun, dun,
For
dun,
sale.
dun, dun. Oh.